Okay, we are live. Hanal, welcome to today's pre-match show live of the ongoing Women's 100 tournaments, and today is the Eliminator between Sunrise and Leeds versus Southern Brave. As we all know that heading into this game, both teams have managed a different contesting run of form. Southern Brave started so brilliantly, was at the top of the table for majority of the time, but suddenly at the back end of the league stage, they kind of lost the momentum, and now they are heading into this game, into this crucial game, with three consecutive losses. But on the other hand, Sunrisers Leeds peaked at the right time. It seems consecutive four wins and four must-win games. It was all four must-win games for them, and they managed to come out on top. And now they are playing the eliminator. So Trisha, the big game, and also the replay of the previous edition's final, because last time it was these both teams played that final. Yes, that time Sunrisers Leeds were known as Northern Superchargers. They won the title by defeating Southern Brave. So repeat of that last edition's final as well. But overall, Trishadi, considering the current form, I know that which team you are supporting and which team you want to win. But still, considering the recent form and everything, your thoughts on that. And one note, especially guys, Trishadi's form is not good. It seems.
Yeah, well, I'm also injured, much like our Indian player in Southern Brave. But yeah, I think you are absolutely correct. Sunrisers Leeds has peaked at the right time, and especially with Sunrisers Leeds, the batting seems to be. It's not about Annabelle Sutherland alone. You have Sutherland, you have Litchfield, you have Daniel Gibson or a Lauren Winfield Hill chipping in. So, and then there is just Jonathan as well. So, right now, even if you look at it on the paper, especially with the kind of form that Lizelle Lee, has shown up the order, I do
Mm.
feel that somewhere Sunrisers Leeds, of course, has a bit of an edge. But as far as Southern Brave is concerned, I thought, see, the last game they had a squad that they wanted to test. They
Mm.
really did not have a squad, I think, that wanted to play, and that would be, in fact, they have gotten their captain, Sophie Eccleston, I was about to say, Sophie Molyneux, which I do think will add a bit of strength. But yes, on paper, if you ask me, with Jemmy missing from that batting lineup, it does look that the batting lineup of Southern Brave isn't that strong. One good thing is both the teams have a good bowling lineup, and I will go one step ahead and say Southern Brave actually has the better bowling lineup. That is one place where I feel the toss actually will work in Southern Brave's
Mm.
favor.
Yes, absolutely. So you are kind of happy that Sunrisers Leeds have won the toss and opted to
Yeah,
bat first, opted
yeah.
to bowl first. Sorry, opted to
Bowl
bowl first.
first, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Because I
Okay.
think Southern Brave is, the kind of bowling that Southern Brave has. If they can score a 140 odd, they can
Mm.
really put the pressure on,
Mm.
But the only thing is they have to score 140 above. With this
Mm.
Sunrisers Leeds batting lineup, I don't think 120, 130 will be enough.
Yes, absolutely. And what kind of pitch at the Oval we will get to see, that will be one thing to look after as well. But Tushar, the last time in the group stage, only once both teams met. That time Southern Brave won that game by 5 wickets. But who was the player of the match? Jemima Rodriguez scored 42 unbeaten runs of 24 balls. That was the major difference. But Tushadi, in the
But the
last
major
three losses,
difference
that
also was the momentum, because
yes,
back then Sunrisers Leeds was absolutely
yes,
no momentum, and Braves
yes.
was in full on, fifth gear.
Mm. Yes, absolutely. I think, as we discussed earlier, also, I think in the last four games, everything seems, on the right track for them. I think the move to bring someone like, Litchfield at the top as an opener, and then somehow, Dipti Sharma making a comeback with her bowling, Annabelle Sutherland providing support from both the aspect, batting and bowling, and Chase Johnson at number 5 has also worked to Shadi for them.
Absolutely, having someone like Jess Jonathan at number 5 will always work in franchisee leagues, because I think Jess Jonathan has that capability where she can run the game, both as somebody who's just finding the gaps and giving the hitter chance to bat. So I think, yes, this move of pushing Litchfield up the order has actually is the biggest thing that has changed for them.
Yes. But considering the recent form, Tushadi,
Yeah.
obviously in our women's cricket WhatsApp group, we are discussing that, and you came up with a prediction that today it might be the day for Laura Ulva to play a match winning knock. So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you really think that today can be that day that we can see Laura Ulva making a comeback? Because yes, on stat, when you go by stats, she's still in that top five list, right? In the time in terms of highest run getter. But still, this is not the Laura Ulva that she's known for, not that fluency, not that consistency that she's known for. But still, do you think this huge game can make that difference for her?
It will. It will. She'll be the player of the match.
Oh my
And
god.
we will see those no look sixes from Laura Woolward. At least three of them, if not more. So yeah, I think today will be the day for her big match. And generally, if you are a big see, Laura Woolward is supposed to be the big batter in women's cricket, and if you're a big batter, you'll perform in big matches. So we'll have to find that out if Laura can perform in big matches, because India versus South Africa was a big match in the World Cup. Laura Woolward did start well but did not convert it. Whereas
Mm.
someone like Marizanne Cap, over the years, you become a legend from a good cricketer because you perform when your team is under pressure. So right now, Southern Brave is under pressure, but I also think that that is where probably the way Sophie Molyneux has captained Australia and Southern Brave, I think that could also give them a bit of an edge.
Yes, absolutely. But one Indian, all of us will keep an eye on Dipti Sharma. I think excellent run of form recently. 4 games, last 4 games, what 10 wickets, and so
Yeah.
far 12 wickets. Joined second highest wicket taker so far in the tournament. So Tushadi started the
Hmm.
tournament with those 2 wickets, then lost the momentum completely. Whatever we saw in the T20 World Cup also, losing the momentum completely, was going wicketless, and then suddenly last 4 games she has come up. And I think the result of the team also showed how important she is. Whenever she does well with the ball, team also do well, as a unit. So how do you see her performance going into this match? But also one point that I want to raise, Trishadi, obviously, few hours ago we shared an article where we saw that Dipti Sharma talked with the broadcaster regarding how the season has went, how she's utilizing this opportunity to make herself prepared for the upcoming Asia Cup. But in the comment section of that article, Trishadi, whatever I saw the comments from some fans, I think they are not quite happy despite these 12 wickets so far in this 100. There are some comments like that for Asia Cup, Dipti Sharma will find it easy. But what happens against big teams? What happens in World Cup? So, what is your whole thought, on that matter?
Well, my first thought, of course, is I don't understand why is there such a huge issue about it. To be honest, if you're saying that 12 wickets is not good enough and it'll be easy in Asia Cup, so when Smriti Mandana scores in Asia Cup or Jemima Rodriguez scores in Asia Cup or a Harmanpreet Kaur scores in a Asia Cup, you're not going to count that either. If you're going to count those as runs, and there will be posts saying, oh, my girl has done so well, has scored so many runs, then what happens in case of Deepti Sharma? Just because Deepti Sharma is not a brand enough, or she doesn't make reels, or she doesn't play guitar, she's not entertaining enough for you, you cannot say that, you know what, Asia Cup is easy. Asia Cup will be easy for everybody. For every single Indian team, Indian batter, every single Indian bowler, Asia Cup will be easy. So will be Asian Games. Uh, you know, so now what? Clearly BCCI is not changing the team, so BCCI
No.
still thinks that that this is the best India has got and this is what India has to play. uh, who am I to say that that's not the case?
Yes, so very surprising to see such comments. Let's see how she does today, and hope. And
No,
anyway,
it
she
is
will
the
be one
same
of the
thing. You know what, that's how fandoms work. They don't work on logic, they work on magic. So Deepti Sharma does not have that huge fandom, which is where nobody is there to defend and tell people that, oh, you know what, this woman has also won you matches. It's not like only the rest of them has. And yes, again, the important part is when Deepthi does not perform in Asia Cup or Asian Games. This is the reason why we are going to pull her up and say, you know what, Asia Cup and Asian Games is supposed to be easy. How come you're not performing? Then what's the point of saying when she's performing?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll take the comments, but before that, just
Yeah.
let me, review the playing 11s first. The
Yeah.
Thousand Brave playing 11: Maya Boucher, Liesl Lee, wicketkeeper; Laura Ulvert, Sophie Molino, captain; Charlie Knott, Jodie Grewcock, Naomi Tatani, Izzy Ong, Sarah Klein, Lauren Bell, and Tilly Cotton Coleman. Okay. Okay, and then the playing 11 of Sunrise and Leeds: Briony Smith, Phoebe Litchfield, two openers; Lauren Winfield Hill at number 3; Annabelle Sutherland, Danny Gibson, captain; Jay Johnson, Dipti Sharma, Darcy Carter, Kate Cross, Cassidy McCarthy, Hannah Baker.
Pretty much the expected team,
Yes.
I am not understanding what is happening. Oh, okay. Sorry. I've pressed the wrong button. Yes. Let's take a few comments. Also, guys, I really want to ask something before I take comments. Why is it not allowing me to take comments? Uh, no, my question is somebody has commented at 5:07. We were anyway going to come live at 6:15. Why were you putting a comment at 5:07? Why did you even come to the comment section at 5:07? Okay, just give me 1 second. Some of the comments I'll take from YouTube because apparently this is not showing me all the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me one.
Yes.
Right. So Gitch, the first comment that we got at 5:07, guys, was for a 6:15 show. Gitch, hope Sunrisers can win today. Would have supported Brave because of or if Jemmy was playing, but want Deepti's team to win. Litchfield and Sutherland will be key for their victory, and they should get Laura out early.
Yes.
Agreed. Astha is saying rooting for the win, backed Brave from the start and staying till the end. But can we pull it off? The bowling's carried us defending low targets, but the batting must step up today. Fingers crossed. First time watching 100 and was all in, but Jemmy's injury killed the buzz. Forget Braves, play the Eliminator today. Until saw that you will be live, it's not just the same. Off topic, 2 weeks to the Asia Cup and still no squad announcement. What is the BCCI waiting for? And we did not get Jemmy versus Smriti. Today the media accreditation is out, but the team is yet to be out. In fact, we were coming back from the shoot that we were in, and we still, of course, we didn't get the time to have lunch because we were in the shoot. So Orca and I were planning to have lunch, and suddenly something comes in the media BCCI media group written as Asia Cup. So I thought the squad is finally
One.
out. And I was like, you know what, we can't be go to a restaurant. We have to straight up go to home because I have to do live. And then I'm like, oh, it's media accreditation, it's not the team. So I'm not 100% sure why is the team not out, but as far as I know, unless there are injuries, the team will be the same that was announced then retracted, as far as I know. Okay. Gitch is saying, I think the senior players are getting rested for Asia Cup, or rather, I hope so. Yeah, all of us hope so. Like players like Smriti, Harman, Deepthi, and Renuka should get rested, and Jemmy should lead, and the main players can come back for Asian Games, which is way more important than Asia Cup because it happens once in 4 years. We should test our bench strength in the Asia Cup. It's okay even if we lose, but we should get the new generation of players. Sayali should also get her cap as we need to start searching replacement for Renuka Singh because she's getting old and we need a swing bowler. Also need to give chances to players like Tanisha Singh because Deepthi isn't good at T20. Well, Snehashri, I think you and I have spoken about this a number of times that, in competitions like Asia Cup, and I will actually go one step forward and say even in Asian Games, you don't need to send a Smriti, Harman, Deepti, Renuka, uh, you know, you really don't need to send these people. Either get Shafali or Jemmy to lead and the other one to be the vice captain, or one of them leading and Richa the vice captain, and just go ahead and play Asia Cup and Asian Games. Because even if, see, I think if India has to become a superpower in cricket, we are right now in women's cricket. We are a power. We are a powerful country. We are not a super powerful one. But once our A team also starts defeating,
Mm.
and starts competing in these competitions and then defeating and winning trophies, I think we will have good bench strength, and the transition will be smoother and less stressful.
Absolutely. I think, especially when the WPL thing is happening and now 4 years gone,
Yeah.
I think this kind of series are the best platform to see what are the result of organizing WPL. If you really want to,
Yes.
produce talents from a tournament like WPL, let's give chances to those talents in a series like, in a tournament like Asia Cup, and as you mentioned, Asian Games as well. We are not asking that 15 members need to be new. Keep two or three, and then rest of the 10 or
But
11
none of these
guys.
players that are being spoken about are new per se. Even if you
Yes,
look at the India A players, or say, for
yes,
example, Sayali Sadgare, who is being spoken about, who is
she's not
actually
new.
a very good replacement. Sayali
Yes,
Sadgare has been in and around for years now. It's
yes,
not like
absolutely,
Sayali is new. So you
absolutely.
are not typically going with the new, you are going with the fresh, probably.
Yes, and this is the best chance for you to test the bench strength as well. I think that the domination that someone like Australia have shown in women's cricket. Why? Because of the bench strength. Even on bad
Right.
days when senior players have not managed to play, or something happened, forced injury or something, then the player who was in the bench has come up and produced something special, and show that she's also ready for that gap. So I think that is
Yeah.
what you need. And for India to be that powerful, super powerful in the women's cricket circuit, I think your bench strength need to be more stronger. I think this is where
Yeah.
we are lacking, and these tournaments give you the perfect opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Australia. Whenever a player has retired, you have never really missed Meg Lanning the batter. You have more missed Meg Lanning the captain, to be absolutely honest.
Just
Uh,
yes, usually, for example, just think how Georgia Hall came into the scenario. Elisa Haley
yeah.
was not playing, so they come up with Georgia Hall at the top. And the way Hall has played, even after Elisa Haley comes back, they need to place her in the playing 11, because
Yeah.
that the impact she managed to create.
Exactly. Exactly. And that can only happen if you give them matches.
Yes.
Because Georgia Wall also, it's not like Georgia Wall made 50 in all the five matches that she played. But you have to give her enough time to at least
Yes.
make that impact. Bhanumati, there is a lot of insularity in Indian team, like they aren't open to fresh perspective, same players, same issues, same reason for loss, that is losing wickets in cluster, not fielding well, yet they don't change. आदत से मजबूर है बदलना ही नहीं चाहते बदल they're scared of change. They don't understand change is the only
Constant.
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 Also, the mineral water company is not paying us this month.
Yes.
I'm
Okay,
actually thirsty.
Hafiz. Yes.
Havish B is saying Darcy Carter will become a specialist fielder after this 100. Danny Gibson has been a fantastic leader and she could be a future leader, because I think England have better of spinners coming up the ranks who bowl better than Charlie Dean. She isn't like a player who's unstoppable, but Gibson, being a pace bowling all rounder, would definitely have a fixed spot in 11. Charlie Dean isn't England's best spinner, so I think it will be difficult to give her the baton. Australia did the same thing bit, that is Australia, they don't even need to play their best 11 to win, but that isn't the case with England. I'm quite surprised that somebody is saying that Charlie Dean isn't actually it almost says that she's not good enough to fit in their best playing 11, something that I don't agree with. What do you think?
No, no, no. I think I cannot agree to that. That Charlton is not fitting to your best playing 11, especially in England. I think, and not
Right.
only as a bowler, I think she can do the job with the bat as well, an excellent fielder as well, and the leadership quality that she has already shown for England. Forget this 100. I know that you might be coming up with this comment after seeing her captaining this time around for London Spirit. But forget this season. I think for England, whatever opportunities she has managed to get as a captain, I think she has shown that she has that capability. I think in the India
Yeah.
series we saw that And even whenever I think Natshiba Brand was not there throughout the T20 World Cup campaign, I think she did a decent job. And I think I have said several times earlier also, I think she is someone under whom players like to play, and she has a very good
Yeah.
bonding with every other players. I think that is what you need in a team, and I think that is what makes her a proper candidate for becoming upcoming,
Yeah.
captain for the Indian side. So let's see. So as of now, I cannot, agree with you that she is not fitting into your playing 11 for England.
Yeah. Gitch says, "Are you kidding me? Charlie Dean is England's finest spinner. She is a sure shot in the 11, but I do think in the future someone will take her spot. England have better off spinners coming up the ranks, but this is probably going to take another 4 or 5 years." Bhanumati, the way Sutherland has batted, Australia can just bring her up once Perry retires. But one area they might lack is I don't think there will ever be a replacement for Mooney. Her consistency and strike rotation is second to none. Litchfield and Wall go hard, so they give easy chances, and it's always Mooney who holds the batting lineup together. Australia don't have any good top order wicketkeeper coming up the ranks. Like Talia Wilson isn't great, and Nick Faltham is a finisher, so she won't get selected. Beth Mooney is a legend. I just hope. Oh, sorry, this is a
Yeah.
separate comment. Yeah. Um. Okay, so I'll ask you. This is a comment, so I'll ask you a question. If it was, if I had to ask you whether it's Mooney or Perry, who will be the more difficult one to replace? Who would you go for? And
Mooney.
don't go by emotion, by
Mooney.
practicality.
Mooney.
True. I also agree with everything that Perry has done, and for everything
Mm.
that Perry stands in the game. Of course, I'm myself a huge fan, and due to some unavoidable circumstances, I couldn't get Perry's signature in the pink ball, which I got after 2 years. But it's okay. You know, some people are not really kind to me. What to do? They call me their friend, but they don't behave like my friend. But anyway, a huge fan of Perry, but I do agree with Bhanumati. Was that? Yeah, Bhanumati. That it'll be tougher to replace someone like Beth Mooney, who has performed under pressure, who has performed in big games. The singles and twos. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Also, but also, when you talk about wicket keeping, this is a very, very interesting conversation because I saw Talia Wilson, Nick Feltham. I have seen both of them, and they're pretty good. Especially, I thought Nick Feltham is really good. So I think Australia will go with Nick Feltham eventually, and that makes this move of pushing Sutherland up the order actually easier because Feltham will be doing the finishing job.
Mm. Yes.
Uh, Sorry, I lost the comment again. Just a little here and there today. Not only me, the YouTube comments also. Gitch. Beth Mooney is a legend. I just hope Indian batters can play like her at least in future. She just rotates strike, hits few boundaries, and cause she runs well, she's consistent. Cause she's always going to make runs by singles and twos. Sunrisers Leeds are bowling. Oh, now Gitch has come to this match. Sunrisers Leeds are bowling first. This is good for both teams because Southern Brave have done well in defending totals. Absolutely. If you have a good bowling lineup, then you always want to defend
Mm.
totals. One of the reasons I did not understand why somebody won the toss and batted first in the World Cup. Which team? I can't remember. But okay. Havish. Ash Gardner has just messed up. Cricket Australia too have now made many changes because of it. Since Champions Trophy is in February, will players from Australia skip WPL? If it's going to clash with WPL, then what? Indian players will also skip WPL. No, nobody is skipping WPL. Look, I don't think enough franchisee cricket happens, or enough cricket happens in women's cricket for them to skip. Yeah, maybe players like Annabel Sutherland or Ellis Perry might afford to, kind of skip. But I don't think Australian players or English players are skipping WPL. I genuinely don't think so. Gitch, Trishadi, take care. Hope you recover soon. I'm also hoping that. Laura has already done well in big matches. She scored 169 and 100, did well in T20 World Cup semi-final in 2024, and final. She's a big match player. Absolutely, in this team, she has to be, you know, she has to be one of the. I mean, not only I'm not
Yes.
talking about Southern Brave per se. I'm talking about South African team. For the South African team, Laura Woolworth will have to be that player who has to lead the charge. I think every time with the bat. Pooja Gehlot, I'm reading. Jemmy ruled out of Asia Cup and Asian Games. Jemmy injury serious. First of all, there is no joking injury. If it's an injury, it is serious. And obviously, it has to be serious for her to leave 100 and go because, my friend, there is money in every match. But having said that, I don't know whether she's okay for Asia Cup and Asian Games or not. But even if she isn't, I don't think it should be a huge deal, honestly. Yes, I would have liked Jemmy to lead, but I don't mind if Jemmy rests and Shafali leads, because at the end of the day, you want leaders to come out. You want to have more captaincy options.
Yes.
Uh, and it's Asia Cup and Asian Games, Nehashish. I mean, it's not like, I'm not saying that we
That there
how
should
can
be
I
any
say?
rush. You
Yeah,
there should be any rush.
I think the comment of the live has just come, so I will go back to the previous comments. First, I'll read this.
Mm.
Den's 2142 has said India should just buy out Litchfield and Sutherland and have them play for India. Because बात बहुत सिंपल कह दिया है डेंसी ने, और ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं डिसएग्री करती हूँ, मैं भी अग्री करती हूँ, कर लो। बस मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि ये पॉसिबल हो पाएगा. While I agree with this, on principle, I am with you, Denzi. But I don't think it is possible. फुटबॉल में ही ओसीआई सर्टिफिकेट ओसीआई नहीं हो
नहीं हो
पा
रहा
रहा है,
है.
कहाँ से क्रिकेट में हो जाएगा भाई? और तुम तो बाई आउट, हाउ कैन यू बाई आउट लिटफील्ड एंड सदरलैंड? Kitch, I hope Sayali does well, but she isn't as good as prime Renuka. Renuka is in her prime, used to scare opponents like they used to be wary of her. From 2022 to 2024, she has picked up wickets in all games. That's the impact of a great bowler. She's no Julan, but in terms of impact and seniority, she has been one of our best pacers. Gitch, I know what you're saying, and I completely agree with you. But I want all our women cricket fans to do one small thing for me. Never ever compare any batter to Mithali Raj. Never ever compare any pacer to Jhulan Goswami. There is only one Mithali Raj. There will ever be one Mithali Raj. There is only one Jhulan Goswami. There ever be only one Jhulan Goswami. India is not producing these two players ever again. And that does not mean we do not have good players. That does not mean we do not have great players. We do not have legends. And we are not going to have legends as big as them. Because please remember that for whatever the women's game is worth today, it would have been nowhere. And at one point, the women's game would have just gone from India had it not been for these two. So let's not even take their name in one sentence with anybody else. If you have separate questions about them, sure, but no, don't do that. I feel it's a little disrespectful, though. Gitch, I know you did not mean any disrespectful way, but I'm just saying. Okay, Bhanumati is saying for Perry there is a Sutherland or a McGrath, but there is no one for Muni, as you said, Snehashish.
Mm.
Astha is saying, Astha is a very important question, and this is absolutely the question I want to ask you. When will Smriti get the captaincy or captaincy? It will be so late, if not now, and also will not be fair to Smriti. We do remember Trishati. What does the remember?
See,
But anyway, I mean,
I think the only chance for Smriti to get some captaincy, I think after the Asian Games. I think till Asian Games, you are not going to see any kind of changes.
No, no.
But after
Some
the
captaincy
issue,
though Smriti has been getting for 2 years. When
not
Harman comes,
yet.
bats, and then rests.
Now it's certified, stamped T20
Ah,
captain. Certified T20 captain. That I think she can get after the Asian Games only. But if not by then, even after not after that only, I think then it's gone. It's completely gone. Then we are not going to see Smriti Mandana being the captain. I think the
yeah.
time is gone.
I think especially in T20s, if we do not see Smriti captaining in that South Africa tour, I don't think anyone would. I mean, not anyone would. I don't think Smriti would get that
Yeah.
again. I mean, एक कोई तो captain रहेगा team में. ऐसे कैसे? Okay. Um, okay. सृष्टि सिंह जेमी नहीं है. अब एशिया कप भी मुश्किल लग रहा है. वैसे भी bowling के लगे पड़े हैं. बाप रे बाप. Bhanumati, will Yastika replace Jemima? Please don't go for Harleen. Lol, if that was the case, every country will buy Australia players. Okay, Shruti is saying, do you think कि Smriti lazy हो गई है even running between the wickets में? Or I think she's just tired after playing continuous cricket. मुझे एक इंस्टेंस दिखा दो सृष्टि जिसमें स्मृति ऐसे भागी है कि तुम्हें लगा है कि ये बेस्ट रनर इन द वर्ल्ड है. ऐसे कभी नहीं थे. स्मृति वाज नेवर अ गुड रनर. नेवर. अच्छा, तुम लोग ये जो बोल रहे हो प्रतिका रावल हैज रिप्लेस जेमी, इट हैज बीन कंफर्म्ड. ये कंफर्म हो कहाँ रहा है? ये कंफर्मेशन भानुमति और गिट्स को कहाँ से मिल रहा है? तुम लोग बीसीसीआई के लोग हो क्या? झूठ मूठ का यहाँ पे आके कमेंट करते हो. एक्चुअली मैं बीसीसीआई में हो क्या? हो तो हमें एक्रेडिटेशन में थोड़ा मदद करो. टाइप जेमीज नेम इन गूगल. अरे भाई गूगल न्यूज क्यों सुन रहे हो? कहीं तो see, you have to understand that yes, while in Google there's a lot of things going, you will find replacement of her in Google. Yes, that though I will find the team also in Google, Havish ji. But the problem is the team came out and then the announcement was retracted and nothing has come out. While Pratika, BCCI gave confirmation.
Let me check. I think before the live, I think there was no
Yeah, before the
confirmation.
live there was no confirmation. If after the live there is a confirmation, then this will be the first of its kind that even before the team has come out. Oh, 7 minutes ago. तो किसी ने लिखा है what kind of a journalist are you? I'll tell you what kind of a journalist I am. When I'm doing the live, Fireboy BA with a Joker sign you have written. No, when I'm doing the live, I don't check BCCI's tweet. You can because you're not doing the live. You're sitting there and using your keyboard to type rubbish. So that kind of a journalist I am. And I am telling you, please don't come and watch the shows of these kind of journalists. So the team has come out and the team is very new. We had never expected this team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Harmanpreet Kaur captain, Smriti Mandhana vice captain, Shafali Verma, Bharti Fulmali, Deepti Sharma, Richa Ghosh, G Kamalini, Arundhati Reddy, Prema Rawat, Radha Yadav, Sri Charni, Renuka Singh Thakur, Nandini Sharma, Kranti Gaur, Pratika Rawal.
So exact same team of the World Cup, only Pratika Rawal coming in as a replacement of
I will
Jimmy.
never understand what has Yastika done wrong. And apparently, in some interview, somebody has said Yastika is. You were saying na that one team won the toss and opted to bat. So I was saying we do remember the team. अरे यार आस्था, मैं बोलना नहीं चाह रही हूँ ना, तुम चुप रहो ना, मत बोलो. Okay, so a lot of questions, of course, now is Pratika a good option? But guys, how about this? Give us 5 to 7 minutes to talk on the team, and then we'll take. Then I'll tell you whether what I think about Pratika is a good option or not. Right? Yeah, Asta, exactly my reaction and exactly my question to Snehashish. Oh my God, Snehashish, what an unexpected team that is.
Yes, and very surprising to see that suddenly Pratika Rawal comes in a T20 setup. I don't know
No,
what it
wait a second. Here, ding dong, wait a second. Didn't I tell you many lives ago, before the
Yes,
World Cup, that I
before
won't
the
be
World Cup.
surprised if Pratika Raval is included in the team? This is
Yes,
why I keep saying that my sources are always right.
and even I think when the team got announced for that World Cup, they mentioned that thing that Pratika Rawal, was discussed among them. But still, I don't know the logic behind it. Why suddenly in the T20 setup you are bringing Pratika Rawal in ODI in Test? I completely agree. I think she is one of the key players for you in those two formats. But in T20 is what is the sample size that you are putting that faith on? That is my question. We have not seen
My
her playing
question is
WPL.
bigger. My question is bigger.
Yeah.
You are getting Pratika,
Yes.
but you're not getting somebody like an Anushka who's batting
Yes.
for you at number 3 or 4, which is Jemmy's order
Hmm.
in the India A tours. So you are basically saying that India A tours apne mein ho, mere ko fark nahi padta. I will choose a team that I want. Look, there is no question on Pratika being a bad batter. Now,
Yes.
when the question comes whether she's good in T20s or not, as you correctly said, Snehashish, what is the sample on which she's being selected? Not even the WPL. She doesn't even have a WPL record to refer to. And an Anushka Sharma or a Nikki Prasad, and I'm saying these two names because I'm sure um, now no Jemmy match on her birthday. बेटा उसको थोड़ा इंजरी फ्री होने दे तू आस्था ऐसा मत कर भाई उसके बर्थडे में वो खेल अच्छा है कोई तो अपने बर्थडे में केक काट ले सब काम करेंगे क्या obviously because Snehashish can't forget that my mom suddenly calls on my birthday and says cake cut and I'm like both of us are going to cut my cake but anyway honestly speaking I'll ask you this, if you're a Nikki Prasad or an Anushka Sharma, what is going through your mind when you see a squad like this and with Jemmy injured, Jemmy playing, Jemmy straight up goes, there's no problem. But with Jemmy injured, you are ready to take a Pratika Raval, but you're not, you know, यार तुम लोग ये सब कमेंट मत करो मेरी मेरी आंखें वहां पे जाती है मैं सवाल से ही डिस्ट्रैक्ट रहती हूँ किसी ने लिखा है अनुष्का शर्मा नहीं आ सकती विराट भाई नहीं छोड़ेंगे Shrushti, but yeah, I mean, if you're a Anushka Sharma, if you're a Nikki Prasad, and you have been playing that India A, and Anushka actually did play her part in that India A too. So, what are you thinking? What is going on in your mind? That and the other thing, the other player that I want to ask about is Yastika Bhatia.
Yes, I think all these three names. I think whoever watches Indian women's cricket very closely, I think all these three names will come up to their mind after seeing this squad. That one of them should have been there. I think first of all, it should have been Yastika. If you're really wanting to replace, I think Yastika should have been there. First of all, why she got dropped, that no one knew, but it's okay. I think she should have been there in place of Pratika. But if not she, why not someone like Anushka Sharma? Suddenly you brought her in the equation before that T20 World Cup in the South Africa series.
Yeah,
She
what
played
was
few
that
games.
about then?
Yes, she played few games. Yes, I understood that you didn't take her name or take her to the World Cup. Young prospect, everything. So now this is a new cycle. This is the chance for you to give them
Correct,
more chances and see them what they can do. Give them a
correct,
longer rope. So you're not doing that. And then what happens? What happens for someone like Nikki Prasad? Nikki Prasad just 1 week ago, I think she was the player of the tournament in the Maharani Trophy, playing
correct.
match winning knocks again and again, match by match. So the potential is
But
there. She
Nikki
is doing
also
the
has a
job.
very good WPL record,
Yes,
Snehashish. It's not
she
about
has been
Maharaji
playing,
Trophy or
and
Maharani Trophy.
yes,
Sorry.
yes, and she is not someone that she is a bench warming player for DC. She plays in the playing
Correct,
11. She is one
correct,
of the key members of the playing 11 as well.
correct.
So very surprising again, and this team management continues to surprise. So yes, it's okay that Pratika is gets selected. It's a good sign that she is now going to play maybe in the T20s as well. But overall, considering the
No, it's
quality,
not a good
considering the
sign. I'll
option,
tell you why it's not a good sign as far as I'm concerned. I would have actually loved Pratika to go and have that Warwickshire,
yes,
experience, because you
oh,
need
yes,
Pratika and for even if I sound evil, and I know Smriti Mandana fans can cut me live, but the truth is if Smriti does not get the captaincy in the next 5 or 6 months, you have to search for a new captain. And I think in
Yes,
the longer format, Pratika is
Pratika.
the answer to that
Mhm.
question.
Mhm.
In fact, I would
Absolutely.
say if Smriti becomes the captain, make Pratika the vice captain in the longer format. In the shorter format, it should be about Shafali and Jimmy. It should be completely about
Absolutely.
them. And Richa. These three are going to be your leadership, after, say, a Smriti.
Absolutely. And another thing, Trishadi, I think considering the recent injury status or injury concerns of Pratika, I think this is not the right time of her
Yes,
becoming a three format player. I think she
I
needs more
absolutely
rest,
agree with you.
and she needs to focus on the ODIs and test more.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. I think it is. It is not the best thing to do. And by the way, even if Pratika now goes on to score back to back 3 centuries in T20 matches, I know for a fact that Snehashish and I will be saying the same thing. I also know for a fact that a lot of viewers here are going to say, what journalist? She has got. but, first let me take the super chat, right? That's fine. In the Asia Cup and Asian Games, India is Australia almost unbeatable. So it really doesn't matter what squad they pick. I think this is a selector speaking or a team management speaking. You know, you know what? Why squad matters, Denzi? I'll tell you. I agree to what you're saying that we are the favorites. Doesn't matter what squad we go with. And since it does not matter what squad we go with, shouldn't we check our bench strength? Okay.
Yes.
Yuko Manikandan is here. He's saying, what Pratika Raval in T20 squad? I never see Pratika playing T20. Why not Anushka Sharma? She's a future star. What is the procedure to change the selectors? Still can't believe it. First of all, don't talk about the selectors. Don't put it on the selectors. Also put it on the captain and the coach. Because in that
Yes, I know.
selection meeting, there is the captain, the coach, the
Yes.
vice captain, and the selectors. And the captain and the coach gets their team. Let me tell you that they get the team they want. As much as they can put on a press conference and say, oh, it is all on the selectors, they get the team they want. So let's just not put it on the selectors. It's very easy to put it on the selectors because we think it's only the selectors. But the actual process is the captain and the coach, obviously, and the vice captain. In this case, vice captain is also there. Maybe not in this particular one because she's in England, Smriti, but every selection meeting, both of them, like all three of them, are there. So it's not selectors have given a team that the team management did not want. It is always the captain and the coach that wants the team. uh, yeah, Gitch says exactly this, Snehashish. Nikki Prasad has done so well in WPL. This is what is happening. They aren't open to fresh options. How are you going to build a team? And I will refer to a Smriti Mandana comment. She said, uh, she said something very nice. She said, "What is our vision?" And I can't see a vision.
Yes, right now it's completely evident that the team is lacking any kind of a vision. I think same squad, same approach, and even when you have an forced opportunity to come
Yeah,
up with a fresh option, still you are
yeah,
not taking that option. So very
yeah.
surprising and very disappointing. But again, good for Pratika that she is now getting a call up to the T20 World Cup. But when it comes to a team
T20 World
perspective,
Cup?
T20 World Cup, not T20 call up. I am saying T20 call up, but it's not a good from the team's perspective. It's not good. In the long run in T20s, it's not already we are lacking in the T20s format, and then when you are getting a chance to rebuilding in the upcoming 2 years for the next T20 World Cup in a fresh cycle, the calls that you are already taking, it's not looking good at all.
Yeah. What happens if Pratika gets injured and she's out for long? You don't have a good batter in longer format as well. Why aren't you guys thinking that way?
And
Or
In South
the
Africa,
bigger
you have a
question,
all format too.
yeah. Astha Anushka did well in South Africa tour also. She should have been here. Nothing against Pratika. Exactly. All of us are Pratika fans, which is very clear. All of us are saying good things about her, but not all format. Okay. The other thing, Sneashish, I really wanted to ask. There was a point when I would not ask you this question. But today I can ask you this question because now the Indian team has that bench strength where we can field in players who are specialists of particular formats.
Yes, absolutely. And see, especially in the longer formats, you need specialist batter or specialist bowler,
Yeah,
right? You need
yeah,
specialist players there. And Pratika is that
yeah,
kind of a player, especially in
yeah,
ODIs and Test format. So you need to take care of that kind of a player very carefully. And as we discussed earlier also that the recent considering the recent injury concerns, I think this is not the right time of our getting a try in the T20 format.
yeah.
So very surprising, very surprising. In the South Africa, you have a all three format. All three formats are there. All format two there. So considering that, and now as you mentioned, rightly mentioned that now she has managed to get this call up. Now she is going to miss that one day stint as well in England.
Yeah, in
So that
fact,
is
the
not
next
good.
question was that somebody asked, and I cannot find comments. I'm messing up
Hmm.
comments completely. But anyway, somebody asked that will she not play in the county game? She
I
can't
think
because
it's
the
good.
county Metro One Day Cup is starting from the 19th of August.
Hmm.
So of course, when she's playing for India, she is definitely not playing for
I think that was a huge opportunity, but now it's
yeah.
gone.
We what? We tested all our combinations, including giving debuts to Priya Mishra and all under her committee. Whose committee? Whose committee? Kitch, I've lost that comment. Please, please wait. Oh, okay. So Shrushti says, I am actually excited for all-rounder Shafali. Trishadi just saying, why am I seeing? Why am I seeing? What are you seeing, Astha? कुछ फिर मजाक कर दोगे तुम. ओके अविनाश चलो यूपी वेरियर्स के लिए ट्रायल हो जाएगा प्रतिका का इन T20s अच्छा नहीं किया तो रिलीज कर देना अरे वाह गुड जॉब अविनाश आई लाइक द वे दैट यू हैव टेकन इट इन अ वेरी वेरी पॉजिटिव नोट
अभी यही हालात हो गए हैं अभी फ्रेंचाइजी का ट्रायल हो रहा है इंडिया में उल्टा होना चाहिए जो
नीतू डेविड वाज मच बेटर देन अमिता शर्मा वेल इसका तो फोटो लेना बनता है she tested all our bowling options and then we went with our best bowling attack. We tested all our bowling combinations, including giving debuts to Priya Mishra and all under her committee. Well, I think it's a little different with with Neetu Di at the top and the captain and the coach at that point. Of course, mostly the captain was the same at that point and this point as well. I think we handed debut caps right, left, and center with this team management. It has been different. We don't hand I wouldn't say give everyone the debut cap, but I also want India A to then. So if I am playing for India A, my only point is when I am playing for India A, my motivation to give my 1000% would be not because of the match fees or because I'm going to play outside and playing for India A. My biggest motivation would be that if I do well in this tournament, I can get a India call up, but that is definitely not happening. People are going to take note of this. Doing well in longer formats can give you T20 cap. I think many players will start going that way. This is a very very important point. I think very important point. I do not see if you play the T20 way, you're going to have to take more risks batting wise. You take more risks, you're going to get out easily, you're going to score less. Do I now play in the domestic circuit and in India A? Do I play a longer innings or do I play for the team? Don't laugh. I'm asking you the question.
oh okay
What?
okay
Like a
no
villain, you are laughing.
no I think see I think the comment that Gist has made I think now even people might think that even we don't need to play WPL still we can get selected
Yes.
for
Oh
T20
my God.
setup
Yes. And
right
let's put it in bold block letters. We have nothing against Pratika Ravli. In fact, both of
nothing
us are absolute admirers of Pratika's
we both
batting.
of we both of us were so devastated when we got to know that she is not
Yes.
going to play that Lord's
It seemed
Test
like
match
somebody
because
from our family is injured and
yes,
couldn't play.
because we are very eager to see her in action at Lords, because we knew that
And I
she has
can
that
promise you,
capability of
and I
playing
think
a
both
good
of us can
knockdown.
promise you, had she played, we would have
Yes.
seen one more name in that Lord's honors
Yes,
board.
yes, definitely, definitely. So yes, I think the approach, what the comment shares, I think is very concerning for the upcoming cricketers, for the cricketers who are trying hard to get that knock to the call up to the senior setup. I think this kind of approach is not going to help them. I think wrong perception might create among players that with this kind of performance we might get a call up, but that will
Yeah,
not help the senior setup in long term. That will not give
yeah,
you the desired results. So again, as we mentioned several times already, that nothing against Pratika, but to get a call up in T20s and see what Shadi has asked me, that whether you are going to play a longer innings or you are going to play for your team. I think if you ask me, I think in T20s you need to play for your team. Forget longer innings. Maybe in ODIs and in
right.
Test you play longer innings. That can help your team in any way, because that's a longer. You have more time
Yeah,
there. You spend a little bit
yeah,
more time. But in T20s, you have to play for your team. You have to deliver what your team need from you at that particular time. So from that perspective, can Pratika do that job? I don't know where she will, if she's playing for the team, if she's playing in the playing if she's in the playing 11, what will be her role? That is the biggest question. Will she open? Will she be in the middle order at number
how
three or
will she
number four?
open? There is Smriti Shafali, no?
Yes. So then at number three, I think she will play. At number three, Pratika Rawal, whatever we have seen in white ball, in ODI, do you really think that she can rotate the strike and bat at a decent strike rate? Now there's a big question mark. So let's see if she gets a chance and how she does. But overall, so far, this selection doesn't make any sense as of now.
Astha is saying they are not looking for future, no planning and accountability. They just give call up to new players, make them debut, and then forget them. There's Vaishnavi, Anushka, and many more. Yeah, so true. Gitch, Southern Brave has scored 24 of 23. No,
Yes,
we have completely forgotten that there is a match. Thanks to
yes.
this superb team announcement. Gitch is saying, I think it's better to hand more debut caps rather than giving none. I don't think so. I will correct you, Gitch, here. I think it depends. I think if you have given, so for example, Gitch, if you have got a debut cap, I would want the team management and the selectors to have that faith in you, give you about 10 to 15 good matches, and then think of getting a backup for that position, which is something that this neither did those selectors do, uh, nor did these. But again, I'm repeating that don't blame the selectors alone. It is completely in the hands of the team management as well.
By the way, Lizelle gone to 32
Eh,
of 25.
oh,
So
suddenly
now,
you're saying,
now
I am all animated about the team, and you're like, Lizelle Lee gone. I said, where is Lizelle Lee gone? She was anyway not playing for us. How do we care? But this is a very good question, Snehashish. I hope because you just spoke about this, that at number three, the way Pratika plays, her technique, her batting style, and then this question is so apt because this was the first thing in my mind, and I think we have spoken about this. I hope this does not damage Pratika's technique. Trishadi, this is a serious issue. I hope it doesn't change her batting style or approach.
see, I think for it, I think if you ask any player, I think everyone will say that I want to play for India across all formats.
Yeah,
Even if after some days, if 100 tournaments start to play in the international circuit, I think every player will try to chip in there as well. I think
yeah,
as a player you want to represent India as many as games possible. But for certain players, if you really want to make them play in certain format, I think they will go for okay, I have to perform, and for that I need to make these little changes. Maybe that might work in one game, two game, or maybe in 10 games as well. But over a longer run, that might impact your game in the longer formats. It's
yeah.
not easy, you know. Uh, Okay, it's not good, but I think let's take a reference from men's cricket, like Virat Kohli,
Mm,
right? Not
mm.
everyone is Virat Kohli.
Correct?
Not everyone like Virat Kohli can adapt to every format. Virat Kohli
Hmm.
has a different kind of shots, different kind of approach when he's playing in IPL, when he's playing in T20s, when he used to play for India in T20s, right? Especially in the last few years, if you see how he was playing. But when he comes to play in ODIs, when he used to play in Test, just see the approach. So it's completely different. So it's not easy for any kind of batter. It's not easy. So for Pratika also it will be difficult. We just can hope that the certain changes that she will make maybe for T20s should not or will not make any difference to her technique, especially in the ODIs and Test. Because more than T20s, any day I will go for Pratika in ODIs and Test. I think in her career, if she really wants to end on a very very high for India, I think those two formats are going to be very crucial for her. And I really hope that she continues to excel in those two formats compared to T20s.
Absolutely. If Pratika played at Lords, Yastika wouldn't have played, so we would still only have two names in honors board. You're
No, no.
forgetting Gitch. Yastika was keeping wickets. Yastika would have definitely played. And that is where, by the way, Gitch, that is where I'm surprised that after you make somebody keep wickets in 4 days, 2 days of a test match. Let's say she did not keep wickets for 4 days, but at least for 2 days, and you make someone keep wickets for 2 days in a test match, and then say we are not taking her in the team because we
And
want
she
her to
scored a
recover.
100.
Yeah, and you so that means she was almost on the ground for
Yes,
three
every day.
days,
She was on
and
the field every day, almost every day.
yeah, and then you're saying, oh, you know what, we are not taking her in the team because she needs to recover. But if she needed to recover, then why was she keeping wickets? Chalo, batting to main maan leti hu fir bhi. Why was she keeping wickets if she was still not recovered? And that is why you're dropping her. Wow. Okay, Denzi, thank you so much for the इसको क्या
Super
बोलते हैं
chat.
यार, सुपर चैट.
Super
हाँ,
chat.
सुपर चैट. सॉरी गाइस, सर में बहुत दर्द है 3 दिनों से, तो इसीलिए थोड़ा कम काम कर. Neetu David was a legend. Okay, first of all, legends are never was. Legend is known as legend because they stay forever. No one comes close. Perhaps Dean or Eccleston might get there someday. Never. I'll just tell you, and I remember this because I am absolutely in awe with Neetu David. Anybody who has watched lives would know the player I am in awe with, and that's why I was kind of very very sad when the selector did not turn out as good as the player. But Neetu David in 10 Test matches has 41 wickets, and in 97 one-day internationals, guess how many wickets she had? 141. So just 97, and her economy rate in test matches is 1.75. In one days, it's 2 point something. It's just above 2 runs. So nobody close to her. Absolutely nobody close to her. It's unfortunate that she stopped playing at a pretty young age, but yeah, she was a fantastic bowler. And ask anybody from that era, man. And by the way, I'm extremely lucky in that way that when I did my level A coaching course in Bangalore obviously from National Cricket Academy, I had Neetu David and Nushin Al Kadir both. In fact, I was quite starstruck the first day that I went. I was like, wow. I have seen Snehaji, I've literally seen Neetu because back then, obviously, matches weren't televised that much. DD used to televise a few matches. And I remember having watched quite a few matches. I have actually seen her play as well. I had traveled somewhere and saw her play. My God, the batters were dancing without music.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
hope
Shani,
Pratika. We
last few
left.
minutes, maybe
Yes.
47 balls gone already in the match.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
Guys, how come you guys are commenting so much? Yeah?
Guys, we have to come for the post match, and for that, we need to watch the game. I think you guys understand that.
वहां पे भी सब ये स्क्वाड लेके चर्चा करना तुम लोग, तब अच्छा होगा. Hope Pratika being included in T20 doesn't change her batting style. I don't think she's good at adapting. If she changed her style, it will be permanent and we will destroy the career of another batter. Correct? Srushti Singh Trishadi is deliberately avoiding my comments. Hope आपके सपनों में यूपी वॉरियर्स के मैच हाइलाइट्स बजे. Yes. Srushti, I'm not well. Don't do this to me. Yeah. Denzi, Pratika playing T20 should be fine. I mean, after all, wasn't Woolward the same? She was a ODI player, but the board had the confidence and see the player she is today. I hope आपकी बात सच हो, Denzi,
Yes.
because we don't want to waste a player.
बस खराब ना हो जाए प्रतिका का टैलेंट, बस
हाँ.
यही हमारा ये है. अच्छा किए ना, अच्छा करे तो अच्छा ही है.
Should selectors not, Avinash is asking, should selectors not stick their neck out and not agree to everything coach and captain wants in T20s? These captain coach duo have not given results anyway. So why agree with them on everything? Then why not change the coach and captain since they have not given you the results? You have changed the selectors, you have not changed the coach and captain. Maybe time to change them. Gitch Pratika is meant for longer formats. They are destroying her career. I hope Sir does well. Sir does well as we all love to watch her. I hope she does well as we all love to watch her. But the committee has taken many bad calls. Oh yes, they have. The committee has this. We have completely forgotten. Asta is saying we have completely forgotten that there is a eliminator going on, and this live was also for it. It's all because of the very unexpected team announcement. So surprising. The team is also so surprising. Oh, guys, we need to congratulate ourselves because this was the. Oh, no. I thought this was the last comment. Sorry. Asta has said, "Is Shriyanka there in the squad? She's still recovering. Her RTP is a little later. RTP is return to play. Deepthi hasn't bowled till now. Good. Laura out for 8. Wow. My
Out?
prediction is wrong. Clearly, yeah, Laura is out for 8. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, she was
Hope this.
get cross,
अरे ये
bold
लोग
her.
देख के ही बोल रहे हैं ना, ये लोग तो देख के ही बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा तो नहीं. Guys, somehow I can't access any more comments. I will quickly read those comments from. Oh, my internet is gone or something. Oh, that's
So
it.
now 50 balls, 54 for 2.
हो गया साउदर्न ब्रेव का. अरे सृष्टि, कहाँ तुम्हारा कमेंट इग्नोर किया भाई? लिया तो तुम्हारा कमेंट, क्या इग्नोर किया तुम्हारा कमेंट? मैंने ये देखो, तुम्हारा ये कमेंट भी मैंने ले लिया है. अब मैं तुमको स्क्रीनशॉट लेके भेजूंगी. मेरे पास तुम्हारा नंबर नहीं है, बट मैं ट्विटर में टैग कर दूंगी तुम्हें. Okay, this is the last comment. Asta is saying 140 plus. You were saying, Trisha, now prediction. I didn't predict. I said they need 140 plus to win. Anything below that is not going to help them win. For me, right now, what is the score?
54 for 2 after 50 balls.
And those two is Lizelle Lee and Laura
Not
Woolward.
over. Now Sophie
Yeah,
Molino batting with Maya Bhausha.
I think not more than 130. They're not going more than 130.
Even
That too,
130
I
would be tough
doubt.
for them.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Your prediction? Don't say yeah and go away. क्या diplomacy है ये भाई?
I think around 125 or 130, I think they will reach somehow.
Yeah. I mean, somebody has to play really well for them to reach that mark.
I think
To be
instead
honest,
of Sophie Molino, Charlie Knott should have come up.
I completely agree with you. 1000% on this with you.
Mm.
Anyway, so yet another live that we have been doing for the last
Thanks to
one
PCI
hour
team
3 minutes.
announcement.
Yeah. And before the live, I was like, you know what, Sneha, she's not well enough. Let's do a 15 minutes live. Yes, Didi, only 15 minutes live. And then BCCI says, you know what, 15 minutes live? We are not going to let you do 15 minutes live. But of course, an absolutely unexpected team from India. Players that we have never heard about. Captain and vice captain completely new. And with that, we come to
and a very predictable change up replacement for Jimmy Murray.
yeah, and such a predictable change. India A tours helping us take this decision. So let's go ahead and let's enjoy the eliminator for the bit, because it apparently seems like Sunrisers Leeds have their sun risen bright and sunny in the last 4 games, and Southern Braves aren't brave enough probably in front of the sun. let's see if in the second half they can somehow use their sunglasses and get their Sunrisers leads out quickly. We'll be back after the post match. Thank you so much guys for joining.
Thank you,
पोस्ट
guys.
मैच के बाद, पोस्ट मैच के लिए जब आएंगे तब भी इंडिया टीम पे ज्यादा सवाल पूछना, क्योंकि हम तो 50 बॉल देखे ही नहीं कि क्या हुआ. थैंक यू.
ठीक है,
ऑल्सो
चलो
डू लाइक
बाय.
शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. अब आ ही गए हो तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब भी कर दो भाई.
प्लीज
थैंक
बाय.
यू सो
थैंक यू.
मच.